Hi guys, now welcome to episode 2 of Rooftop Ramblings, and today I want to talk about something which some people find maybe a little bit smutty or maybe a little bit exciting in a bad sense, and that's the subject of nude photography. Obviously the model, not me, but it's something that I've recently had occasion to do. I was asked by a model, are we going to shoot? And I said yes. And what are we going to shoot? And this particular model said, we're doing a nude shoot. So she came into the studio and we did a shoot. Now there are a number of things. Why should we shoot nudes? Well, I have over the years shot a few models that wanted to do nudes, and in some cases, not all, but in some cases, the model had a very poor body image and was not very keen about the way she looked. And shooting nude gave her confidence in how she looked and how she behaved, and in reducing her inhibitions, in making her more confident when dealing with other people, when she was clothed, etc. So sometimes there are a number of reasons, but in this particular case we were trying to shoot some fine art nudes, and I had a couple of ideas and shared them with the model, and we went ahead and shoot. So why should we as photographers want to shoot nudes? Well, to those who are not photographers and to a lot of the general public, it's not so we can look at a naked person. You know, I'm an old man, I'm an adult, and I have seen a few naked people. I've seen a few naked people through the lens of my camera, and I've seen a few naked people without a camera. So it's not so that we can gawp at somebody. And in actual fact, if that's your motivation, give up, go and do something else, because that's really not what it's about. A lot of it is about art. It's actually quite difficult to shoot as art a naked person well, especially when you're doing implied nude. And implied nude doesn't mean that you're pretending she's nude. Implied nude means that basically we're not showing anything. The figure, the model, is obviously naked, and it can be a guy as well as a woman. And in fact, some of my friends have shot guys and done tremendous works of art. Now, when you shoot a nude, the key to all photography, and to nude photography is no different, it's about lighting, it's about posing, and it's about forming shapes. So we would shoot a nude to, one, create art, but we would also shoot it to increase our skill levels so that we are learning about what we can achieve. And this, as a photographer, is one of the key things. When I take pictures, it's always about creating an image that's pleasing or tells a story or gives satisfaction in some way in terms of skill level. But when we're creating some art, when we're creating a nude shoot, implied nude in this case, we're trying to light beautifully. We're trying to create beautiful shapes. So this is one of the reasons why we should. And let me tell you guys, it's much more difficult. Whatever size, shape, sex of the model, it's more difficult to light a naked body than it is somebody with clothes on. So, it's something that you need a reasonable level of skill at. And of course, if you're new to shoot, And of course, if you're new to shooting nudes, then you have the added pressure of trying to create something with a naked person in front of you. So that's something to consider, working under pressure, guys. And that's one of the reasons that we may do it. There are a few problems when you shoot nudes, and the problems, apart from being comfortable with the model and being professional, and I stress that always when you shoot a model, when you shoot a person, or whether you shoot an animal, you have to treat the person, the model, with respect. You know, if you're shooting animals, you don't get the best out of the creature by bullying and trying to force the issue. And the same with people. You do not get the best out of a person by being too forceful, too bullying, and treating people with no respect. So always, guys, treat your model with respect. Some of the problems are really problems that come to light after the shoot. And the problems can be with people's perception of what you're doing. The nudges in the pub, oh, I saw your pictures of so-and-so. Yeah, it must be great to shoot, you know, this person naked. Wow, you know, he looks great, you know. Was it fun to do? Well, not in the sense they mean, but all my shoots are fun. You know, that's what photography is about. But it's not salacious. It's not, oh, we have a naked person coming into the studio. You know how many times in the past, guys, I've had people offer to carry my bags, particularly when doing a nude shoot. They've all been turned down. For various reasons, in various ways, they've always been turned down. It's a very private thing, and particularly if you have a new model or a model which hasn't worked very often in this genre before, it can be very trying for the model. So trust, honesty, and respect is the key to it. One of the other problems that comes from shooting nudes, and this is not my genre, it's something I do occasionally, and I shoot all genres occasionally, but it's a lack of people's understanding. They think it's smutty, they think it's dirty, they think it's lacks respect. Well, let me tell you, I have a belief, which is when you shoot a person and they are naked and they do it with confidence and they're happy in what you're shooting and how you shoot, they're not naked. They're clothed by their respect for themselves, by their integrity, and by their purity. Purity and stuff like that is a very, very cliched thing, guys, but it comes from within. When people say to me, you know, it's a bit rude. No, you're telling me how you perceive it. You're telling me more about you and your beliefs and your lack of understanding than you ever are about the model and about me. And finally, we just have to touch on one thing, because I live in a Catholic country, and it is a very, very strict Catholic country, and nudity of all types and forms is illegal. Here in Malta, there are no nude beaches. You are not allowed, even as a guy, you are not allowed to walk through the streets away from the beach without a shirt on. It is possible, not many times it happens, but it is possible that if I drive my car without a shirt on, I can be fined. So this is a very, very strict country. And a lot of the perceptions, a lot of the beliefs are quite old-fashioned. Now, the fact is that I've done this before, I've shot nudes before, and to me it's nothing. Do I get excited, say, seeing a naked body? No, I don't. Do I appreciate a naked body? I appreciate the light I put on it. I appreciate the effects I get, and I appreciate the final image. And if you can create something beautiful with somebody that's essentially naked in front of you, or let's not say naked, because they're not naked. They have their beliefs and their understandings. They're just not wearing clothes. You know, to not wear clothes does not make you naked. To bare your soul makes you naked. So let's be genuine and honest about it, guys. You know, shooting nudes or shooting nude photography, it isn't something dirty. It isn't something which should be sniggered at in back rooms. It's like all forms of photography. You know, it's something that you can excel at, and you can create something beautiful. So what I'm going to do now at the end of this video is I'm going to run through a few images, and none of these images were taken with anything showing. When we did this implied shoot, if anything was showing, then I didn't press the shutter. I didn't take the picture. So I don't have any images of the model showing off all of their body parts. I have only what we shot. And I think you'll agree that whatever your beliefs and whatever your religion and whatever your attitudes, whether they be liberal or Victorian, I think you'll agree that they're quite beautiful images. I hope so anyway. Now, let's have a look at some of the images, guys, and thank you for once again for joining in this Rooftop Ramblings. And these are just my thoughts on different photography aspects. This, I have to say, wasn't a scheduled Rooftop Ramblings. I had other ideas about what I would talk about. In the first one we talked a lot about light and we talked about shadows. This was going to take a different course, but because of the recent shoot and the recent reaction by some people to the shoot, I felt it really important to do this Rooftop Ramblings. Thanks once again, guys. Listen, Rooftop Ramblings is an in-between for our normal YouTube studio shoots and outside shoots, and these will get more and more and more as we carry on. We have a new camera to do the filming, which is a Canon. But it does a really good job, so I hope you like it, guys. I hope you're pleased with the improvements we try to make, and I hope you take this on board. So thanks once again. Please like, subscribe, share, discuss. Make this our community which explores ideas and gives you ideas to shoot. So thank you once again, guys.